Hello there, Constitutional Andy here again. Don't I look snappy in my new suit? Have you watched our other Advance Australia videos about citizens-initiated referendums and digital voting? Search YouTube for Advance Australia.
I sure have, but what can we do once we have the power to start a referendum?
With CIR, the possibilities are endless. We will have the power to have a say in the type of government we want, and so much more. What do you think we should change first?
Can we make a new law to give all kids free ice cream every day?
That's a good idea, but don't you think we should use our power for good and change things to create a better future for everyone, especially you kids?
I don't know. I'm only a kid. So why don't you tell me how to make a better future for kids like me?
Using citizens-initiated referendums, or we'll call it CIR, and digital voting, we could make as many political changes as we like at any time. How about we change the way we vote? No one likes a preferential voting system, do they?
No. Even I know that the preferential voting system takes away our right to choose our own representatives. You even told me that this right is enshrined in the Constitution's sections 16 and 34.
Section 24. The House of Representatives shall be composed of members directly chosen by the people of the Commonwealth, and the number of such members shall be, as nearly as practical, twice the number of senators. Section 16 states the exact same qualifications for a senator, and they shall be the same as those of a member of the House of Representatives. That's right, but in 1986, a Prime Minister called Bob Hawke, who was a communist and socialist, forced the Australia Act on us. This act was designed to divorce us from the Commonwealth of Australia Constitution Act 1901, which had protected us from bad politicians like him.
Oh, that's not good. How can we protect ourselves from the bad politicians?
With CIR, we could start a referendum to ask all voters if they would like to change our electoral system.
That sounds like a great idea. But what would you change and how?
Most electorates today have about 100,000 voters. That is way too big. No representative can serve that many people and do the job well. Why don't we reduce the size of the electorates to 5,000 voters and then group 50 electorates to form a regional government like this? Our representatives could even sit at a round table to prevent partisanship.
So we end up with smaller government directly accountable to the voters?
That's right. You got it.
Thank you. But what will happen to state government? Didn't you tell me that our Constitution says we can only have state and federal governments?
Right again. We need a constitutional referendum for that to ask the people if they want to have regional governments instead of states.
What about local governments then?
They are not local governments. They are local councils. We have voted in 2 referendums to deny councils any power as a third tier of government.
Really? So where do they get their authority to levy fines and collect rates?
They have no authority. But we'll talk about that some other time.
Okay, so what about the federal government? How do we elect representatives to sit in Parliament?
We propose that all the people in the region vote for one qualified person from their community to represent them in federal parliament.
I see. So all the representatives would be elected from the community? Everyone will have a chance to know and talk to them, and they will be accountable to the voters through the regional government?
Correct. So if any representative does not perform properly, they can be recalled and replaced by a regional or local election at any time. That will keep them honest, won't it?
Yes, that makes sense to me. How many regional representatives will there be in the federal parliament?
We have calculated there will be about 95 to 100 regional governments, and all services will be delivered seamlessly across the nation.
This sounds good so far, but who will lead the country?
We have two options that the people will decide in a referendum. They can either vote for a Prime Minister directly, or they can choose to let the Parliament elect one.
One more question. I don't like government telling me how to live my life. Under this new system, will that stop?
Absolutely. Government must serve the will of the people. And as we hold the power through CIR and digital voting, we can and will make the representatives serve us, or we will recall and replace them. That is the beauty of CIR and digital voting.
Yay! We can have a real government of the people, by the people, for the people, all thanks to CIR.